going, Rab?
Chaos.
That was awesome.
Welcome to every Zoom practice ever.
Wow, that was special.
Every Zoom practice in the history of time. Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. Welcome to this episode of the Rant podcast. With me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fuco.
That's me.
And if you didn't know, I'm going to let you know that this is going to be a cacophony of bollocks and just good times. And we might even say some naughty words.
Right, we definitely will.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to listen to something else, just in case, as long as it's not the Big Rab Show or Up to the Line or the Lady Pipers podcast. As long as it's none of those things. And that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fucking fuck.
Balls! This is a great fucking day.
Brilliant.
Oh, Fusco, do you want to introduce our illustrious guest before I get into all the bollocks?
I would love to. So, I don't know what order everybody's seeing it, but top left corner, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the biggest penis and pipe bands.
Big Dick
Rab Lennox.
I thought you were going to give a shout to Scott there.
He'll hit the bottom and he'll tear up the sides.
Rab, I had to give you that.
I'll go the nicest fake leg.
Oh my God, look at the girth on that thing.
Rab's got the biggest cock, and then Scott has the biggest balls.
That is correct, absolutely. Yeah. We'll get to that.
Yep.
But
and Scott, by the way, due to recent things I've learned in class, you may want to get tested for mumps. Just keep that in mind.
For mumps?
Google it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't do that, Rab. Look pictures. Go to Google Images and Google that. But anyway, Rab, I had to do that because your wife is probably in the chat, so we had to like talk you up, you know.
Yeah.
So and of course in the bottom left corner, and she's not on the bottom because she's a woman. I promise. It's just the way Zoom works these things out. But we have our friend.
Are you saying Zoom is sexist?
Zoom is sexist, not me, people.
I joined after Rab anyway, but okay.
You see how that works? You were, and you should have been on top. But as I love a woman, on top. But we have
second.
As I love Rab, on top.
Right, exactly.
Best place to be.
But from the Lady Piper podcast, because she's now the only one that does it.
Is that your official name change?
Yeah, we're changing it today.
No, I'm going to keep it that way.
We got Val all the way from California, I suppose. Are you sitting in California today?
I am. Hi.
Hey,
Thanks
good
for
to see
having
you.
me.
Oh, you look lovely today. I like how you did your makeup for us. Oh yeah.
I did my makeup and you never complimented.
Hey now.
I'm liking how your beard looks.
Thank you.
It's especially soft and bushy today.
Oh yeah.
Is it because I look like I drank until 2 a.m. last night? Because I did.
It does look like that. And in the top right corner, the two handsomest men in Pipe Man, Josh and Andy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, we've crushed more tenor drummers than a runaway bus.
Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, dear.
Now you'll notice.
Your sex tape.
That is the title of our sex tape. Our sex tape's titled the shortest, widest Eiffel Tower, because we had to reach over both girls.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Val, I apologize ahead of time for what's about to happen.
It is a full send.
I had to hold back a comment. I just assumed there would probably just be mallets bouncing everywhere.
Shit, I forgot to put my sunglasses on.
Jeez,
people are going to think I have eyes.
Yeah, it's not possible.
I'm going to have to Google Eiffel Tower now.
Oh, you don't know what that is, Rab?
Wow. Yeah.
It's a tall structure in France, Rabbi.
The things I learned from talking to you guys, seriously.
Rab, listen, you got to go to urbandictionary.com and just read everything it's got, and you'll know everything we ever say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every reference we ever make. Oh, and go to 2 Girls, 1 Cup as well.
One of the people in the chat says, "Do we drink every time Rab says 'oh dear'?" Yes.
Yes.
The answer is
Today
yes.
we will.
And then last but not least, Nubby Viking himself, Big Scott.
Now, Scott, if you remember, is the least reliable of the Grace No Vortex guys.
And yet the only one
here
who managed to show up.
But he's representing them proudly. Steven and Stuart will maybe be along. We don't know.
I feel like they got too much representation because
last time.
No, I'm saying this time because I didn't know which podcast to plug in the title because I thought if I just said Up to the Line that people would think that
Shit, wait, is Up to the Line their real? Which one is their current?
I think the current one is Up to the Line.
Shit, okay.
But I put both in, even though it's the same fucking guys.
It's the same guys, same show. It's just as infrequent.
We just rebranded.
Brilliant rebranding. It's obviously
we're doing our rebrand in January.
Yeah.
It's going to be called Rant, the world's best bagpiping podcast.
Correct.
We're just going to change one word, and we're good.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Rabby? Then Rab hates us for the rest of the
premier pipe band podcast,
Don't use the P word in front of me, Rab. You know how it makes me feel.
Penis.
We would never do that. There you go. So
There you go.
So it's interesting.
We got Big Scotty.
Hopefully other people will come in. The girls from Arizona are supposed to be here. We have not heard from them today.
No, that's true. But
They
but
Shannon-rated
But
us.
here's the thing. This has been such a fucking nightmare to try to get everyone in the same place at the same time for like a year.
Yeah,
that I just told everyone flat. I was like, we are going live, and you're either there or you're not there. Get fucked.
And of course, Rab was the first one here.
Rab is that kid in the group project that like does the whole project. Like
He's the one.
He's the one that does the whole project, and everyone else just shows up and takes credit.
What I find funny though is Rab was late, but he was still the first one here. He was the least.
I was late. That's what I was going to say. I was late. Yeah.
Rab canceled a piping lesson for
He
this.
did, yeah. Your own, I believe, right? For yourself, right?
I did.
Well, I hope
you're not
I wasn't
teaching.
fucking teaching someone.
Well, over here, that's how it goes.
getting
Hey,
tough.
I had 6 months of lessons. I'm going to teach everyone in my service band.
Hey guys, I know how to play fucking Cullen Bay. I'm now giving lessons for $40 an hour.
I'm the pipe major. $40 an hour. Here you go. Go.
All right, so let me do all this crap. I already said welcome. We already said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck. You can review the show on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, etc. Listeners can send emails and voicemails to be played on air. We haven't had voicemails in a while. I sound like Rab when I say that. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Channel Rant store at channelrant.com. This episode of the Channel Rant Podcast is brought to you by our patrons. Become a patron at patreon.com/channelrant.
It's also brought to you by their patrons, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. We're gonna try to snipe some of your guys' audience.
Oh, is that the game here, guys? Is that
It's all one big ploy.
Listen, you can snipe our audience too, Rab. If you're particularly charming
ready.
today, you'll be fine. And
Rab, if you're ready to have some
Like
horrible images posted in your Facebook group, then you can snipe our audience.
And let me tell you what's about to happen to Val. Oh my God, she's about to get harassed online by all of our sick fucks. That we're
You
going.
harassed me last time. I will, made my
Well,
way
I'll
through.
harass you, of course, live. But these guys will harass you.
Yeah,
for the
but
rest of time.
we're friends. I
Yeah.
feel like when we harass Val, it's a friendly harassment.
True.
These these keyboard warriors, not so much.
Oh my God, they're gonna send you dirty pictures. You're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Tell your boyfriend just to let it go. It's all for the good of the patrons.
As
he's
my
a good sport too.
as my good friend Elsa once said, "Let it go."
It's gone. It's gone.
As I said to myself as I was trying to have my drunken, constipated shite this morning, let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore.
Dude, that's why I drink Guinness. That stuff just flies out like turf.
Oh my God, it's
Dude, that's the only
why
thing
I
that
stopped.
Yeah, it's the only thing that can make me pass fucking Irish food. Everything is goddamn boiled in your country. It's disgusting. I didn't have a BM. I think the first 2 days until I finally got a couple Guinnesses down.
Oh my God, it was brilliant. That's my
go.
that's my culture right there. Like the boiled potatoes, it was like suddenly my intestines were working again. It was like being
Yeah, I mean the
back home.
boiled potatoes aren't that odd, but it's like everything else also being boiled.
Well,
that
the,
I'm just
the
like,
boiled
guys,
meat, the
yeah.
boiled bread, the boiled.
It's like you go to the laundry and they're boiling your fucking socks and like serving it to you with a side of gravy. I'm like, what the fuck is? No, I just for fuck's sake, people. There's more ways to cook a thing.
Yeah, I don't think they figured that out yet, but we'll get there.
My trick for next time I go though, next time I go to the fucking UK, I am going to bring as much like little packets of instant coffee as I can fit in my bag. Because that was the thing I think I missed the most. Although I did eventually get on the tea train.
Tea was amazing.
Yeah, I did eventually get used to like let's have a cuppa.
We have instant coffee here.
Yeah, but your instant coffee, your non-instant coffee, your delayed coffee, your delayed gratification coffee, it's all shit. It's all horrible. I'm talking about a proper cup of coffee.
That's because they care about tea, not coffee.
Yeah, like
it's a different thing.
I just want something I can't see through and I have to chew.
Like the shit tea was amazing. Like,
oh yeah, no, the worst tea they had was still pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
Yeah.
And I'm a tea guy, so I appreciated it. But next time, a lot of things we'll do different.
The beer was shit as well. There's only like 4 beers.
What are you talking about? That was brilliant. What did you drink when we were?
Did you talk about Scotland?
He's talking about Northern Ireland.
I'm talking about the entire fucking
Really
and United Kingdom.
The Guinness was amazing, but you don't.
Yeah, the Guinness was
so much
fine, but I mean,
beer
there was nothing
there.
else. Like, what if I want a nice hoppy IPA?
There's no. Yeah, IPA is not a thing.
You're one of them hipsters that drinks all that.
Correct,
flavored
he
piss.
is. He's a millennial that
Yes, he
drinks
is.
shit beer.
Oh,
Hey.
it has to have strawberries and elderflower and
Listen here,
Exactly, Rap.
listen here,
It's
cunt.
too fresh from my mouth.
I've got a fucking Michelob Ultra and an IPA and a Red Bull going. You can't pin me down.
You've got a Michelob Ultra and you're talking about shit beer over here.
Thank you.
I've also got this delicious
Yeah,
Sierra
it's
Nevada. Look at this.
That whole combo you got going, I don't trust your judgment on beer. I'm sorry. I don't.
any wonder you're constipated, lad.
Absolutely, that's another thing. Yeah.
Any wonder I've got too much poop in my pipes.
Have we started the show yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of poop in your pipe,
Forever ago. Hey, Fusco, should we do like the you know what really grinds my gears thing? Because we kind of blew over that.
Yeah.
It's odd. It's an odd open.
let's pass it off to one of them.
Yeah, make Rab work for his fucking money.
Rab, this is likely to get you some audience members because we have a bigger connection to the people.
And also some choke sex.
He just gave me the finger, ladies and
If
gentlemen.
you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Rab, do you choke your wife, by the way? Do you guys ever get into that kind of thing?
Just on the weekends.
Oh, I feel like he's not the choker. I feel like he's the chokey.
That's a good point. I
I have a very big neck.
Well, I'm not saying she uses her hands, Rab.
Rab the bottom.
oh, he definitely is.
They make Batman mask so big, you know.
That's why his shoelaces were so loose.
So, Rab, we're going to throw this to you. I want you to ask me what really got, make up however you
The
want
thing
to
we
do it.
usually do.
The thing the thing.
Sure,
But
sure.
you're going to do it.
Andy, do you know what really grinds my gears?
What's that, Rab?
Cancelling a piping lesson to drink and talk shite with your mates.
I agree. That you made the wrong choice here, buddy.
Yeah.
Can't say as I disagree with that. That's a good point.
I don't know, man. I would rather do this than 45 minutes of fucking Rowan tree. All right. Like,
Well, Rab's in that what do they call it?
He's in the honeymoon period.
Honeymoon period of piping, where it's still fun and it's not a miserable grind.
I'm really enjoying it still. Yeah, I think it's great.
Oh, that's the best part, man. I remember.
remember the honeymoon period of masturbation back when you did it for fun instead of just because
just so I could concentrate on my work.
just because you had to get through the day. You know,
It's like, oh my god, I need. Listen, I orgasm and I got 60 seconds of incredibly efficient time, and then life goes to hell again. So
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, man, remember back when you did it just for the pure joy of the sport instead of because it kept you from bunging a steak knife into the first person you saw that day.
Let me tell you, man. Back in the early teenage days, I used to go through a lot of socks. My mother was
You
like,
jerk off into socks?
"No, I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm going with a bit here. Just work with me."
Why don't you just,
Really American pieism.
I did have one of my best friends in high school. He was the sock guy,
he was the sock guy.
and he told us about it. And
He
we're
had the
like,
socks that stood up on their own.
yes, and none of the rest of us were, and we're like, really? Like it never even occurred to me. Like, why is that necessary?
Interesting.
They all stuck to the floor, yeah.
What was your go-to besides a very surprised looking melon?
What do girls masturbate with, like when they're teenagers? Is there like anything
Hand,
weird that
I'm
happens?
assuming. Yeah,
Like,
I
Val,
don't
tell
know.
us. Let us in on the secrets of a teenage girl.
There's pillows.
Oh, the pillow humping thing. I've seen that.
Like girls do
Yeah.
that? Really? Okay.
Yeah, and then eventually, once you know what you're doing, you start using your hands.
Just do it
Just
yourself.
become efficient with your fingers.
See, here's one of the things that I think is, I don't know if it's fair or unfair. All right, let me lay this out, because on the one hand, I feel like I have an advantage as a dude because I can just jerk it anywhere, anytime with the tools I have.
I used to masturbate at work.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do it.
Piping podcast.
I used to work at the bank, and I'd go to the bathroom and just
I
pipe
think the
out
only
sorts.
reason he's squirming is because I'm here, honestly.
Rab is so proper. he's so
So I
confused.
feel like I have a bit of an advantage on that because, like, dude, drop me in the middle of the woods, I can still yank the crank. You know what I mean? But
Can I sidebar on that?
well, here's what I'm getting to is that, while I consider that to be an advantage, on the flip side, there are so many more tools and things available to a female that's trying to get off. I mean, like, I don't have like a drawer full of fucking different beans and beads and vibrators and all and fucking spinny shit and all that. Like, I don't have any of that kind of stuff.
That's just your say though.
And that'll just be by the time I'm your age, Scott. Then I'll have all that stuff.
As you get older, you need more creative
That's
stuff.
gonna be when
absolutely.
I'm like just pegging myself and yanking with the other hand.
Yeah. So let me tell you guys a funny story. So when I was a teenager, my father was big into hunting. I'm from the country in upstate New
I
York.
was really wondering where that was going.
Yeah. So
Me too. I was worried there for
So
a bit.
I used to go hunting with him we used to deer hunt with bow hunt.
kind of worried.
Right? Oh, it gets worse. Trust me. So what we'd do is we'd walk into the woods like before the sun came up, and we'd get into our spots. So I would get one spot, and he would go off into the distance, whatever. I have no idea where he went. So, but it bored the shit out of me, and I would usually I would fall asleep. I would eat my chocolate bar because he'd give me like a Hershey's bar or something, and then there was one time I remember very specifically. I'm like, I'm really bored, and I'm like 15 years old, so I like masturbated and fell asleep in the woods.
It's just Fusco jerking off in the blind.
I'm like in a fucking blind, like I'm just sitting against a tree.
Okay, guys, if there's a fucking folk song about hitting the diff, we have to be able to make a folk song about jerking in the blind.
Jerking in the blind.
Oh, God.
There's a pipe tune title in there somewhere. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
What's that, Scott?
In the States, that would be a #1 hit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we can make that a country song. It's like, well, my
Yeah,
father
yeah, yeah.
was over the ridge.
What'd you say, Scott?
Over here, you'd be lucky if it breaks the top 100, but in the States,
Yeah, that's very common over there.
straight to the top of the billboard.
Yeah.
So I'm
for sure.
jerking in the
For sure.
blind. The ducks all ran away.
Somebody in the
Power ballad.
somebody in the chat wants to know if any of us have jerked off at a pipe band or piping related event.
I don't know that I have.
I don't think that I have.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind.
No.
Zing.
Give me a second. As it was just my usual thing. Yeah, hold on, honey. Give me a second. It'll be quick.
Hold on. Let me get the rubber band and popsicle sticks out of the drawer.
All right, so have we
let's
started
talk about
the
bagpipes.
podcast?
Yeah, I think we started the podcast.
Yeah.
So the Kids with Cancer charity event is coming up in February, and that is a plug. You can get tickets at bigrabshow.com/kidscancer.
I have a proposal. I personally will buy a Chanarant shirt for anybody that goes to the Kids with Cancer charity event and masturbates in the bathroom and sends me proof of this. I will buy the shirt myself.
Rob, you're in.
You don't have to send me a crusty sock, just a picture with cock in hand or bean in hand. I don't care
Please
which.
don't. Please don't.
I have to.
That's gonna go to the shared email.
Also copy bigrab@gmail.com,
No.
whatever his email is. I don't know.
No
what it is.
time. So you guys did this on me one time. You told your listeners to send me photographs of assholes.
Correct.
That's what I was on.
How did that work out?
I got photos of buttholes. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I listened to your show and I thought, there we go.
that's
Speaking of
fucking
which,
brilliant.
if you guys have any concerns about the medical situation regarding your own butthole, you can email it for evaluation for free, no medical charge, to bigrabshow@gmail.com.
Don't
No
do
more
it.
buttholes. Some of them were winking at you as well. It was disturbing.
Oh, you got video of like this?
Yeah, it was like,
The full-on Sarlacc.
It was creepy. You didn't know what was going on.
Jesus Christ! I can't believe Stuart and Steven are missing out on this.
Yeah, fucking cunts. It's because they don't know what the fucking time it is.
Like, this was in the middle of our judging podcast. We were talking all about judges and stuff. So there was judges, butthole, judges to butthole, judges, butthole. Very weird.
Speaking of judges and buttholes, you can get $1 off your premium dojo membership by going to channelrant.com/suckless. So if you want to be judged by winking buttholes,
someday Josh will get this right. It's not $1 off. It's $1 for the first month.
$1 for the first month of getting judged by buttholes. Go to channelrant.com/suckless, and buttholes will wink at you while they judge you and take your money.
Correct.
And you'll get good at playing bagpipes.
Hopefully.
That's a secondary perk.
Yeah. It's all about the buttholes. That's the new dojo
episode title, all about the buttholes.
All about the buttholes.
Hold on, I'll write this down.
Yeah, write it down.
I still have the episode from last time that I wrote down.
What was cock salt? What the hell were we talking about?
I have no recollection.
Okay, last but not least, I want to plug the Rant email. You can subscribe. You can get the weekly email from us. It's shite, but it's good fun. I don't know. Do you get it, Rab? What do you think? Did you like the email?
I do get it, yeah. And the news on it is a little bit behind, but it's presented in a way that's quite funny.
I mean, I can't keep up the way you do, man. I got other shit to do.
But no, it is, honestly, it is just very good. There's a lot of useful links and stuff on there too, with like video stuff and that. So yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, it's really just trying to get people to sign up for the Discord for our next plug, which is the CR Slay tomorrow.
Nobody's gonna. This is 3 weeks. This is gonna go out in 3 weeks.
There's gonna be nobody's gonna be there. But if you play Call of Duty, we're gonna be playing Call of Duty tomorrow.
Or just if you play Call of Duty, go to the Discord and then you'll know about these things before it happens.
Yeah, the Discord.
Val,
the Discord is the shit, dude.
Val, are you a video gamer?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm not.
Rather masturbate.
Are you masturbating?
she's jerking in the blind.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, to get through all the incidentals, this episode of the Chanarant Podcast is brought to you by MacLellan Bagpipes. And here is a word from our sponsor. This episode of the Chanarant Podcast is brought to you by MacLellan Bagpipes, proudly made in North America by artesian bagpipe maker Roddy MacLellan from Eust, Scotland. At MacLellan Bagpipes, they don't strive to be the biggest, fastest, or the cheapest. They do, however, meticulously craft a small number of the best-sounding and most beautiful-looking bagpipes in the world since their beginning in 1988. Over the years, MacLellan Bagpipes has established a solid reputation for rich, warm, and stable tone, created with incredible craftsmanship and instruments of heirloom quality and unparalleled beauty. Head to BespokeBagpipes.com to learn more about their innovations like the new Elevation Chanter, which features a lower-pitched richness inspired by the classic top hand of older chanters and sustainable solutions like the Revelation Bagpipe, a Delrin instrument featuring bores lined with a cellulose polymer sleeve giving you the structural benefits of a Delrin instrument while maintaining a refined wood-like sound. Check out MacLellan Bagpipes' diverse line of instruments and learn more about their restoration work on vintage bagpipes by visiting their website at BespokeBagpipes.com. MacLellan Bagpipes, born in Scotland, made in the USA. All right, everyone. I'm super excited to have you all here for what was going to be the Big Grace Note Rant Part 2 and has now turned into the Big Grace Note Rant Goes Up to the Line with the Lady Pipers podcast. Although I think it's just us, so
yeah, I'm not suspecting anybody else.
So,
Scott, you're fucked, mate.
We got a lot of topics today. A lot of topics about pipe band podcasts, rivalries, the sexual tension between me and Rab, and a couple games of Never Have I Ever.
Talk about that publicly now. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, if we're playing Never Have I Ever, I've made sure I've got mixers and
oh boy,
I managed to find little miniatures in the cupboard.
The last time we played that game, I was so drunk.
Oh boy.
What is that? Monkey shoulder.
Oh, monkey
wow.
shoulder. Ooh.
Now, I will say this. I might be taking some of Fusco's drinks for him because he does actually have a gig. That's why he's dressed so nice.
Correct. I
wondered.
Be hammered. Yeah.
Fusco, what do you got, a wedding?
I gotta go play a wedding today, yeah. And it's really close to here, so I might make it back. You don't know.
Man, fucking.
If this goes to 4, I will for sure be back.
You know what they say? Fuck it in a bucket. Let's play the game. So,
Jerk it in the blind.
jerking in the blind. Actually, no. Before we get into that, piping podcasts.
Yes.
What made anyone want to start one? Let's start with Rab, because he's the godfather of piping podcasts.
He wasn't the original.
Not the Godfather.
He wasn't the original. He was the most significant.
As far as I'm concerned, he's the original because the other ones sucked.
The beer tent, they were great.
I did like the beer tent boys.
They came before.
I was going to say.
Remember a year ago when they told us they were going to do something again?
Yes, they still haven't.
They're on that Grace Note Vortex production schedule.
I wish we were.
First big Grace Note Rant was over 2 years ago because I still had 2 limbs back then.
That's right. That's right.
True, yeah.
I still had 2 fucking feet.
We drank so fucking hard on the first big Grace Note rant that Stu lost a fucking leg.
Right. He had gout. He had gout so bad from that episode that they had to take it away.
Scott drank his leg off.
Oh my God! Look at that thing.
Hey-oh!
He took his leg off. Everybody.
That's looking pretty good, dude.
Yeah, man. How's the walking? You really gotten used to that, or how's that going for you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm actually waiting to get a new leg because this one is too ill-fitting.
That's wrong branding.
Is that the? Never mind.
What do you think it is?
It's a Viking rune thing, but I can't remember what it stands for.
It's a symbol for butthole.
You wish.
Look at it. Look at it. It looks just like it.
It's the ancient Viking symbol for puckerfish.
It's the helm of all. It's a warrior rune.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Scott, are you enjoying the fact that if you want to kick someone in the head, you don't really have to stretch?
I just throw it.
Yeah. You're looking good. You're looking good, mate. All right, so starting with The Godfather, Rabbi.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
What made you want to start a podcast? Go.
Well, I had a radio show on Fuse, basically, and people kept missing it. And because it was live and we didn't have a listen again feature at that time, people kept missing it, kept messaging me, oh shit, Rob, I missed it. Well, who won it the previous week and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, right, we'll do a podcast with all the news in it. So if you missed the Fuse radio show, you can download the podcast and catch up whenever the heck you want it. And that's how it all started.
That's how all the great ones start. That's how Stuart started playing pipes. Did you know?
The radio?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not all the bits land.
Scotty boy.
Yo,
You guys came up in the scene before us. What made y'all decide you wanted to get drunk and do podcasts?
well, Stu and Steve were actually doing it before I got on board. They had about 4 episodes in.
So what made you want to come on the show and make it interesting?
I don't know about interesting. That's a fine line there. Fine line.
He is a drummer after all.
They just wanted a drummer's perspective for the podcast, and I added what I could, and we're still kind of going in a way. We've done more up to the line. And they figured podcasting we did.
They figured you were playing in Balagan, so you had plenty of time because they weren't really. I mean, they.
Lots of free time.
It's going to start now. Oh, strap in, everybody.
Here we go.
So Val, same question. What made you all decide you wanted to do a piping podcast show?
Excuse me. Originally, it was I wanted to do another fun project with my best friend, Tress Maximook. She's, I think you probably all know, she's another piper, and she and I have been playing together for years, and we've had some crazy gigs and experiences. And I was like, it'd be really fun for us to talk about it because we'd get questions online every once in a while, and then we started getting a bunch out of nowhere. And then I was just like, what if we just talked about it? And then because she has a YouTube channel, I think you could promote your YouTube channel. And then she had other projects that she was doing. And then I became like super obsessed with the stories I kept reading about. And I just wanted to tell more and more stories about Lady Piper's past. And so it just turned into its own thing, and she had to go do her stuff. And so now it's just me, but I love it.
So I have a follow-up question.
I mean, we only did it for the fame and the fortune.
Correct. Yes. It's all about ego.
For us, it's all about that
working.
sweet podcast cash.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in podcasting.
Give it 10, 15 more years, we'll turn a profit.
Yeah, so you're still looking for that.
So follow-up question, and we'll go in reverse, starting with Val. How soon after you started it did you regret it? And why?
Can I say for us, day 2?
Day 2. Yeah, like week 2, we're like, oh shit, we got to do this again? Fuck. All right, but Val, go ahead.
I think I only regretted it after I came on your show the first time, but no.
Come on
I'm
now.
kidding. Okay,
At least you came.
Yeah, baby. Come on, baby.
Thanks, Rab. No, no, I still don't regret it. The only thing I regret is that I haven't put a whole lot of time into it lately, but no, I still love it. I'll be back at it a lot more consistently.
I haven't put a lot of time into it lately either. I'm behind like 7 edits.
You're too busy playing gigs, Val. That's the problem. You're actually making a living.
And I just maneuvered myself into a new job that pays better and is a lot closer. So I'm just like, yeah.
Boom.
So that's what
Air 5.
Yeah, thank you. I needed it bad. So that's why I haven't been on very much, because I've just been like, okay, sorry, I got stuff I'm doing.
I'm still trying to get my dream job of taking Rab's job at the BBC.
Gosh, my voice.
Good luck with that. Yeah, there's only so much room for buttholes and sounding and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, hold on. Let me try to do. Hold on. I could probably do this. All right. let me
go for it.
You're listening to Kentra on BBC, you dumb cunts. Let's have some hit the diff.
Got the job.
That's it.
You got it.
That's essentially it.
Now I'm going to play Hit the Diff on repeat for 7 minutes.
It's like a 60-second song. So, but yeah, Big Scott. Like, at what point did you regret doing a podcast?
It's a long song because you have to hit the diff and then also pray.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no regrets. The only thing that I have regrets about is I don't have the same sort of technical knowledge to even edit or script the podcast that we do. I admire you guys because you're quite off the cuff. Rab, very clean cut.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a teleprompter.
Actually, I will put my hand in the air. I would put my stump in the air, but I've already put my leg back on. I've never listened to your podcast yet, so. But I've just got to be in the mood to listen to pipe band stuff at the moment. It's just been such a drag this year, so I've never listened to anything.
That has been a fun challenge of trying to keep making piping shows when there's no fucking piping.
There's nothing going on for almost a year now.
For sure, yeah.
Rab, what makes you regret doing a podcast?
If I'm being painfully honest, there are times where the schedule that we have every week, it's punishing. It really is.
Yeah.
And, the likes of myself, sometimes I have bouts of bad health. There's members of the team, maybe they have the same. They've got, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, things to do, and then trying to get everyone together to write a script and actually put a show together can be a bit of a last minute panic. So,
that sounds like every episode.
Sometimes it can be a bit stressful to try and get a show out on time.
Absolutely.
But,
that's maybe the thing. It very much reminds me of one of my favorite comedians, Bill Hicks, says, and I think of this every time I come here. I think he's like, he starts his act, or at least he did in his later years, when he said, "Forgive me while I fake on sorry, let me start again." He says, "Bear with me while I put on a fake smile and plow through this shit one more time." It's very much wow, it feels like. Here we go again.
All hail Bill Hicks.
Oh my God, I love that guy.
That's it.
I will say this though, the one benefit of the Rona is now that I have to wear a mask 99% of the time, it's really helped my smile lines that I was developing from fake smiling at people all the fucking time.
You don't have to do that, right?
And people don't like me as much because now all they can see is above the nose, and like even when I would smile, the eyes would be saying "fuck you." So now all they get, they only get the eyes, these saying "fuck you," and so I can't smile with my eyes. My eyes are always saying "fuck you." That's why I have to hide them behind these.
That's usually what my eyes say.
You have to have the head tilt as well. Fuck you.
We used to call it the 1,000-yard stare, and it was just like, why? Why do you exist? Why are you taking oxygen that could be used on other animals?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna remember that. Fuck you, head tilt. That's gold.
A really important part.
That's
of
what
it.
that is. That's
Well-
very. I didn't realize that. That's why. Yeah.
It's a sort of head tilt and forward go.
Val couldn't realize why her neck was hurting, and she was doing the fuck you head tilt
just didn't realize it.
unconsciously. She's like, man, the one side of my neck's fucking killing me.
I don't know if Val's ever noticed my eyes every time I look at her. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Is it drunk and
You look-
glassy?
It's like, who's that hot broad over there?
He looks in love.
Looks like a cadaver whose eyes have been replaced with a drunk person's eyes.
Correct. Exactly. I'm barely conscious. It doesn't mean anything. I promise.
Is it the beard of the year 2020?
Speaking of bagpiping podcasts, are there too many? I present this question to the group.
There are now because some friend of ours wants us to be on their piping podcast.
Oh fuck! I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know when it's happening,
shit.
but there's another one, people.
There's more.
It's gonna be fun. But yeah, I think there are. I think
not having you guys back on my show. See the amount of friggin' editing I have to do every time you come on.
Yeah, welcome to the party, pal. What do you think I have to fucking do when I edit? Imagine doing that for 2 hours
every week.
Yeah.
Dude, the sheer amount. I'm editing the goddamn Graham episode, and I texted you because I was like, hey, like, should we leave these names in, or would it be funnier to bleep them? You're like, it's funnier to bleep them. And so I'm bleeping names out of this story that you and Graham are telling on the last episode, and I've got like 72 bleeps in 15 minutes.
Maybe we should have went the other way.
I left in all the swearing. I just cut out the names. I feel like that's the way to go.
I think so too. It'll be funny, I'm sure, in the end once it's done.
But I'm like, shit, dude. I have to figure out how to like assign a hotkey in Addition to just be
Like,
bleep.
bleep.
Like as soon as I hit it, just bleep.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have that problem? Do you guys ever have to bleep your guests?
Yeah.
Well, besides
the
Rant.
time. Besides me, yeah.
Are there? Do you actually have guests besides us, Rab, that you have to edit?
Yeah, totally. Some people, they get caught in the conversation and they forget there's a microphone there, and they're talking to a podcast / radio guy, and you ask them, well, what was your favorite thing about that book? I fucking love that book. It's fucking amazing, man. And that bastard who wrote it is a fucking genius. And you're like, I can't broadcast that. Can you say it again? Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Can I just say, and I don't want to suck our own dicks too hard here, except for the fact that we went on Rab's live radio show, us,
Yeah, live radio.
Did not drop any fucking F-bombs.
I'm impressed.
This was previous to us doing this, though, so we were.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, we were good boys.
I did have to go and find you in the bar.
That's true, you did.
Yeah.
I find that when we do the up to the line stuff, we've got to, obviously Stephen edits, does a lot of editing, but I've got to remember I don't mind dropping the odd several F-bombs or cunts, but
He doesn't mind dropping a few cunts every now and then.
now and again, just but when it comes down to it, I've got to keep my head sort of professional, and I think because I do the teaching at the Vale with the kids, I've just got that kind of mindset now that I can switch that on.
Yeah.
And then when I get out the practice, I go fuck. I managed to keep that mindset of don't swear. It's like what was it? Don't do it, or don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Internal conversation, right? For sure.
That's when you have the head tilt.
You don't have to say anything.
That's why I do it.
Wait,
Yeah.
so which side's fuck you and which side's cunt? Is it like
No, fuck you to the side. It's when you do that.
Yeah. Hey!
That's when you're trying to say cunt.
Go back.
Legend.
Okay.
I think the only
Well, when you get the combination, it's
fucking cunt.
That's a whole paragraph you just gave us in one
head
circle.
tilt.
non-verbal communication. I love it. It's my job. That's what I do. Non-verbal communication.
Yeah, I think like the only reason I can switch it off on and off in most cases is due to like I used to work in comms and like marketing and shit, so I do like pitches and all that, and I had to be like, oh hey, and like in my head I'm thinking, you fucking pieces of shit motherfucker, and I'm like, well anyway, here's how we synergize across multiple platforms.
Speaking of synergizing, look who showed up.
Look who finally synergized to the right fucking time. It's Steven.
Good evening, shaggers.
We almost have everyone we need for to teach Val the words to Fuko's the captain of our ship.
Yeah, we're missing one important person.
We're so close.
You shit!
Honest, mate, it was a complete accident. I had the wrong guard on the shaver.
Oh
And
no!
I was no, she hates this. She hates this as much as I do.
Yeah, he kept the wrong guard on. His balls look like a 13-year-old's now.
My balls look like a freshly shaven toad, honestly.
Oh my god! Welcome to the gym. Welcome to the big whatever.
I had the right guard on, so I was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine," and then a massive clump of hair just went boof.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh no!" And there was at that point, you're like, "Well, what can you do? It grows back. It's fine."
Yeah.
You know what? I did not realize that you were this chubby. I never do.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, proper potato face. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, it'll grow back fast. Or
It's the angle. It's the angle of the screen as
Hey,
well.
Fusco, you leave discount
Hey,
James
yeah,
Corden
look it
alone.
up.
All right, let's
If I do that,
get to the show.
look at him.
hide the chins.
There you go. Now you look.
Wait, you gotta do the duck. Do the duck face as well. You gotta do like. And screenshot.
We'll get that.
Your dating
the
profile is made.
Fusco, as you know, the beard hides a multitude of sins and STIs. So
Absolutely, it does. Can't see any of those herpes sores around my lips.
Anyway, I know you bunch of cunts. I don't know Valerie. Valerie, hello, nice to meet
Hi,
you.
Steven. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Have I missed much?
Oh yeah,
no.
Oh yeah. You missed my whole masturbating in the wood
So
store.
so anyway, before as we were saying before Steven came in, final thoughts, Rab.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
No, we were talking about, are there too many bagpiping podcasts, and we all agreed yes.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So the next question that I get often is, do we all hate each other? And obviously yes.
Well, yeah.
Well, we hate Steven, but
Yeah, only because he doesn't know how to work a time zone.
I'll tell you right now, motherfuckers, I will go back and I will screenshot the chat. And the agreement was 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which, we invented everything before you fuckers. So.
That's okay. I will go back and screenshot the calendar invite that said noon that you accepted, bitch. What do you got now?
Josh, I accept nothing from you.
Except VD and booze.
Get on my level. You accepted it from the Up to the Line and the Grace No Vortex emails.
because we know Scott it does know how to work.
Sorry,
those.
the Grace Note what?
Oh, it's this old show that used to come out about the same time every time there was a Star Wars.
And about as high quality as the recent Star Wars films, I'll bet.
Exactly correct.
Just about, yeah. Our show's more like The Mandalorian, weekly and amazing.
No.
No, I usually give you guys a bit of leeway with talking yourselves up, but that's too
Fusco is my drunk Grogu.
No, you guys are more like Star Trek Discovery.
That's insulting.
That's harsh, dude.
It's a terrible show.
Hey, I like Discovery.
Well, you're a horrible person, so that's
even
sense.
worse. It's even worse that he likes it.
It's like herpes. I've grown to love it.
I love it, but I love Grogu better. So
That's fair enough.
Guys,
Ray in the chat there said Star Wars has more than 8 episodes. Shots
8 good
fired
episodes?
there, Ray.
I don't know.
Guys,
Yeah,
all
there you
this
go. That's true.
sci-fi talk has made Valerie's bean turn into it's like gone reverse. It's sucked into her body. So let's go on to something very sexy.
You realize I'm a super nerd, right? Like,
No, I don't know.
Not
I'm just
much
assuming
of
you're a woman.
Trekkie, but
Valerie, you're 5.
what's that? I know. Oh, thank you. Yes, sorry.
There you go.
You suck. Hold on.
So, getting into some of the things we have prepared, we're gonna play a quick round of Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Oh boy.
Oh. Ooh, wait. Give me 1 second.
This could be dangerous.
Why did I come on?
Back,
God, that's a bitch.
Perfect timing, Steven.
back by popular.
very nice.
Wait, he has a full on fucking Boba Fett helmet tattoo.
Who does?
Fucking Scotty.
Oh shit.
All right, that's pretty fucking badass.
25th, 2016.
Wait, is that the Australian Boba Fett or the good Boba Fett?
That's the Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay, now we're talking.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Scott loved Boba Fett before it was cool to love Boba Fett.
All right.
That tat looks super clean. It
So
looks
for our first round of Marry, Fuck, Kill, we're gonna start with Rab, Scott, and Steven.
Mm-hmm.
The options for Marry, Fuck, Kill, going to Rab first, are Ian Pembleton, Bob Worrell, or a bear trap.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, guys.
You must answer. Those are the rules of the game.
Marry,
know,
Fuck,
and-
and Kill.
He's threw me into a corner here. Well, hey, I'll drink. It's Christmas. Why not?
Hey, cheers.
Well, I'd have to marry Bob Worrell
Okay.
Of course.
because he just has the best voice possible. I could listen to him all day.
You used to say the
I
same about
would-
Ian Pembleton.
I would probably fuck a bear trap and kill Ian. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
There you go. We'll see you on next week's podcast, folks. All the best.
Yo!
That's going to be the quote. That's going to go out on the top of when we post this.
No, don't do that to me, you ballbag.
Can that be the title of the episode? I'd fuck a bear trap and kill Ian Pembleton.
Remember, Rob,
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, my God.
The universal
I'd
sign
buy that
language.
for $1.
Yeah.
All right, Big Scott, same question.
Pretty much the same as Rob. Pretty much the same as Rob.
That bear trap's looking attractive, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
Even though I've heard of vicious cunts, but you can just picture it. You can just picture it. It's fine. Just put a little bit of grass around it. Just
Yeah. You could dress it up a bit. Put some
One
lipstick
last
on there.
thrust.
Put lipstick on it, too, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
yeah.
Bugs Bunny did that once. I don't know.
All right, Steven, Marry, Fuck, Kill, Rab, Scott, Fusco. Go.
Oh, Rab, Scott, and Fusco. Oh, that's not fair, man.
You would have just said the same thing as those two if I gave you the same prompt.
I would marry Scott because
he's a
long
lovable rogue.
time
You know what
friends.
He's got a huge penis.
Domesticated. He gives the best bro hugs.
That means I'm getting
I
shagged
would-
or killed here. It's one of the two.
I would.
I'm getting killed for sure. Rab.
Welcome to every day of my life, Rab. I'm either getting shagged or killed.
I'd shag Fusco just to see what all the hype is about.
Just ask
And
Val.
Rab, I'm sorry, man. By default, I don't want to kill you, but just purely by default.
He doesn't want to kill you, but he doesn't want to shag you.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I would
Well,
want to
to-
shag Fusco too.
Yeah,
To be fair,
Rabby.
the shagging's it's a three-way tie. So, but I had to pick one.
I thought you were going to say Eiffel Tower there, but it's fine.
Well, he was willing to shag all three of you. He just had to pick one that he was willing to spend the rest of his life with as well, and it happened to be Scott.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, he'll sleep around, but if he's got to pick the person who's bringing him breakfast in bed, it's going to be Scotty.
You got to play the long game.
There you go.
All right, Fusco, what do you got for Marry, Fuck, Kill?
You mean for options?
No, I'm saying you got to throw one out. I just did the last two.
That's what I mean. So options.
Yeah, options. And then pick who's going to have to do it. I say Val.
Yeah, Val's definitely in on this one.
You got to remember though, I haven't been in like the competition circuit, so you might choose people I don't know.
Oh, no, we're going to have to pick people that aren't like UK side, but or just pick between these three fucking lugs.
No, actually, now I'm interested. See if we know some of the same people.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's do an all Southern California edition.
Okay.
Brought to you by Val.
All right.
SoCal edition.
Shit.
All right, here we go.
Marry Ed Best.
Seamus Coyne.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck you. Okay.
Ed Best. Ed Best.
Okay.
Ed Best, Seamus Coyne.
And
And Jim Harrington.
who's a
Don't know that guy.
who's a real cunt in Southern California? Let me think.
Ian Whitelaw.
Oh, God.
That's
Is he still
perfect.
alive?
Ian Whitelaw. That's a great one.
Is he alive still?
I don't know.
I don't.
I can't imagine he's still alive.
Not.
Yeah.
All right, so Marry,
Yeah.
fuck, kill. I know who dies.
Okay, wait. Sorry.
Who's
Ed
my
Best,
second one?
Ian Whitelaw, and I literally forgot the third one. Wow.
Seamus Coyne.
Seamus Coyne.
Ed is the sexy man.
Seamus Coyne.
Seamus Coyne.
I've met him twice, but like
That's all you need to know.
Because I'm friends with Ed, I'd marry Ed
Okay.
because I feel like I could stand him the longest. And then Seamus, I'd fuck the one time, so I'd never see him again, and then I would kill Ian Whitelaw.
That sounds about.
Wait, Fusco, same question to you.
Okay.
Just kidding. Seamus is cool.
Marry, fuck, kill, Seamus, Ed, Ian.
Oh Jesus, this isn't stuff.
Because I know what I think. I know what I'm picking.
I would fuck Ian Whitelaw because he could probably get me good coke.
That took a turn.
I wasn't expecting that.
That escalated quickly.
Fuck. I
You
would.
didn't even have to think about it. That was the funny part.
I guess I would kill. Jeez. I would kill Ed Best because who cares about drummers? And I guess I'd marry Seamus because, god damn, at least he could help me with my piping. I guess. I mean,
Okay.
I'd have to listen to him for the rest of time, which would be rough. But yeah, I think that's where I'd go. I don't know.
Okay, I think I've got, with those same three, I think I know what I would do.
Okay, go for it.
I would marry Seamus.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Yeah, because, he's down for the open relationship type thing, so I don't have to, like, commit to it,
That's true. That's true.
And then I would probably fuck Ed.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't say that I would kill Ian. I would just, like, leave a lot of drugs out, and he'd probably kill himself.
This is probably true.
I think that problem would sort itself out. We're gonna get calls after this, by the way.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Cobra's in the chat, and we're definitely gonna get calls.
Oh boy, is he really? Well, Ed
But
Best will call us.
I feel like Seamus would be a good husband. Aside from like the fucking
don't know.
around thing. And,
I don't know. Well, yeah, I was gonna say ask his wife. I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, as long as we can maintain a clean and tidy and loving home, I don't give a shit who you stick your dick in.
I
don't want to fuck you anyway. Like,
Oh,
Scott, what did you pour?
Sorry?
Scott, what did you
but
pour?
yeah, that's definitely gonna get us calls.
yeah. So,
This is why we cannot have. This is why we cannot have nice things.
Did you really?
what is
Good
that?
stuff.
I can't
It
really.
was
see.
SoCo.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Really?
Yeah, it was SoCo.
You guys-
Gosh, my voice.
Adults drink such a thing?
You guys couldn't get any Bucky.
I was like, that bottle looks familiar.
Is that a flavoured Southern Comfort, Scott?
Wine.
Oh, excuse me.
Lime Southern color.
All right, I only have
an elderflower.
I only have one more marry, fuck, kill, and this is for Rab.
They
For
keep
all-
picking on me.
It's for all the marbles.
Because you're the most quotable. Because
Oh, you're looking at a sound clip. That's what
People
you're doing.
actually know who you
I'm
are.
like 5 drinks in at this point. This is
Rab,
dangerous.
your marry, fuck, kill scenario is Josh,
Yeah.
Fusco, and a landmine.
Marry the
I'd marry the
landmine.
landmine, Rob.
I was going to say Mario Landmine. It'll come in handy. I think I would screw Fusco again just out of curiosity. I think you'd be a tender lover, you know? Sorry,
know him
Josh.
well.
I would make a good attempt at killing you, but I don't think I would actually succeed, you know? 'Cause
Many
you
have
like,
tried.
guns.
Many have
You know.
tried. I am unable to be killed with conventional weapons.
But imagine trying to kill Josh would be like trying to storm the compound in that film Red State. Did you see that?
Hey, you're not far off.
Yeah.
Plus, my only weakness is a wooden stake into my Achilles heel while I have to listen to Taylor Swift's new album. So it's
Why
a
do
very
you have to listen to it?
it's a very complicated kill process for me. I'm like the final boss of the video game, dude. It's gonna be hard. You might want to grind out the points.
There you go. So we're missing Stuart then, I think, from Up to the Line pod, aren't we? Stuart's going to be joining us later, hopefully.
Yeah, so Stuart says he probably wouldn't be able to get on till about 10 o'clock.
I think we should probably count our blessings.
But what about the other pipe band podcasts that we're glaringly missing them?
I've heard nothing. I know nothing. Jon Snow.
No, they are dead.
You bastard.
Pod band or pipe. I always get.
Podcast.
Podband podcast.
Well,
That's
real
the one.
quick,
Maybe-
I have a few more questions for the crew before we get into obviously teaching everyone Captain is the Fuku of our ship.
Yes.
And we'll start with Steven. Has podcasting got you laid?
No.
All right,
Well,
Scott.
define getting laid.
Sex with a person of your preferred gender.
Because of the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
In fact, the complete opposite.
And turning over to Big Scott.
No, I'm already married, so
She's never just like, great episode, baby. Let's do this.
Steven, you're married as well, right?
I'm engaged.
Or you're engaged, right? Oh, right, to that piece of ass. I know. Okay.
Her name is Scott, okay?
It's that Corley chick, right?
Her name is Scott,
Yeah,
you bastard.
man,
Oh, yeah, I've been stalking her for years on Facebook. It's been,
this is Steven.
I'll tell her that.
but that congratulations. So she wasn't like, she didn't get with you because you did a podcast?
No, she found out about the podcast after.
Oh.
And
She
they-
didn't, and
don't
she
they
didn't leave you
usually?
because of the
Yeah,
podcast.
no, she's very supportive of the podcast shenanigans.
Oh, it's interesting.
That means he's got.
Well, it happens like once every 3 months, so like really does it get in the way.
That means he's got just a big old uncut elephant trunk.
That's what I hear about those boys over at the whatever the fuck they're called these days.
They're 4 feet tall, but cocks like elephant trunks.
Sometimes Scott wears Steven's cock like a fucking leg.
That's how we got the mold for it.
Good story.
The original, that's just called Northern Irish docking. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Google that, Rab. Go to the Urban Dictionary. Google that.
This is precisely the shit show I anticipated it being.
Yeah, this is way better than I thought.
Okay, so same question.
You mean the Belfast docking?
Oh, Belfast docking.
I like that. I like that better.
I'm going to write this down.
Belfast docking. Episode title. So Scott, has podcasting got you laid? Only by Steven?
And Stuart. But like we mentioned earlier on, we've got the Eiffel Tower. So we all take turns about.
I think if it's two chicks making out while you high five, it's the London Bridge.
When we really
Nothing for that. Come on, that was pretty good.
That is brilliant.
I'm learning.
every day's a school day.
I get it.
Sorry, Val. We're not even remotely like
Nah.
PC on this one. It's just straight in there.
Nah.
Have
One
we-
day
have
I
we
will
ever
become a
been?
Jedi.
Bagpipes, channers, drums. Hey, I think the only person who's gotten laid due to being in a podcast is probably you.
I think Rab probably has.
I definitely have.
Ooh, Val. Okay, let's go to this. Let's dive deep on this.
High
one.
fives for Val.
Wait. We've got the fuck you, and we've got the fuck yeah.
Oh, that's great.
There you go, Scott. Now he's like,
Are
oh,
you going to the left?
I need to know more.
Can't see.
So your boyfriend,
His left.
Are you going to the
Patient's
left?
left.
His left. So it's to the left. Okay.
Does
I
it
like
turn?
that.
Podcasting must be infinitely
Fuck
more
you.
popular
Fuck
in
yeah.
the States than it is
like
across
that.
here.
It must be, mate. Yeah, I want to find out more here.
So wait, how did you get laid due to a podcast?
Well, my boyfriend's also a podcaster, so it kind of gives us a little.
Wait. I feel like that means he got laid because of his podcast, or was it vice versa?
No.
Whose podcast is more popular, and does it cause problems in the home?
Who's the top and who's the bottom in this case?
Are we still speaking to Valerie, or was that an open
Like,
question?
who were we talking about? What's going on here?
Is there internal dispute because one podcast is more popular than the other, and is the one that's more popular
his
yours?
is also kind of a niche podcast, but he's also much more consistent than I am right now, and it's mostly sports, and he brings in people that he had a very different kind of schooling that he did, and so most of the people that listen are alumni of the school that he went to.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, it's a special thing. So he does have more listeners at this point, but I'm competitive when I want to be.
Yeah, that's a good internal conversation. Okay, so here's what we need. Everybody who's watching the live stream and listening to this later on, go sub. What's your metric?
Me?
Is it like SoundCloud or Spotify?
Spotify and Anchor is the...
Okay, so everybody go to Spotify and Anchor and blow up the Lady Pipers podcast. You don't have to listen to it. Just blow it up anyway.
You don't have to listen. I won't take it personally.
Just so that she can beat her boyfriend.
Fuck yes. Oh, what is it? Fuck yeah.
Because
yeah.
We can. I guarantee you, between us, we can rally. We definitely
need to beat her boyfriend's sports show.
You guys are the best.
Just to give her bragging rights.
That way she can be on top finally. And finally have an orgasm in her life.
Oh,
or
finally,
she could just just come to Vegas and meet me.
I
learned a new term.
In Signal Gondor.
I had a rab moment because I learned a new term recently, which was vanilla starfish. Have you heard this?
I have not heard this. Rab, Google it.
I'm scared now.
So
are you gonna tell us?
I will not. Yeah, I will tell you guys. I will not describe how I came about this term, but
vanilla starfish. Now, come on.
It was a description of sex between two people that I met, and one was complaining about the other. Because they just lay there like a vanilla starfish.
You would say sakatatis.
Was it? Oh, sack of potatoes. Sackatatis. Oh, I love that. It's pretty funny.
Like The Walking Dead.
There.
And granted, I have had that before. Both with me being said starfish and with consenting sexual partner being starfish. But not my current consenting sexual partner, but I'm just saying I've had that before in my life, but I'd never heard the term vanilla starfish before.
I have not either. Yeah.
No, that's the first time you heard that one.
And I thought that was fucking hilarious.
It's pretty funny. Gives you a good visual too.
Is it wrong? I'm disappointed it doesn't actually refer to a body
position.
Part. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's strange.
I genuinely thought it was something to do with the arsehole as well, but that's just...
And bleach.
Yes.
No, that's the vanilla pufferfish. Different.
or
Hey, that's a good question. That's a good question, Stephen.
That's a visual joke there, mate. Involving tongues. Oh dear.
The term we use in the States for that is balloon knot.
There you go. Steven's got it so accurate.
Well, chocolate starfish is also what it was known as. But
Steven, oh my god,
that was brilliant.
Visual gags on the radio.
I'll drink to that.
Rab, I'm going to take a screenshot of that and post it to your Big Rab page on Facebook.
We're going to make that the new cover photo on the Chan Rant page.
There you go. Analingus.
Do women bleach their assholes in the UK? I mean, it's a thing over here, especially in porn, but
probably not on
it's
purpose.
Too bloody cold over here for people to get their arse out long enough.
Fusco, you've been to the UK. Where do you think they have bleach?
Depends on what part of the UK. It's usually in their pants.
In the what?
In their pants.
I'm pretty sure they just boil the kitchen to clean it.
Just boil everything.
They boil everything.
Keep boiling it.
Steven missed that conversation. He's like, wait, what?
Like, what? What's the gag here?
I nod and smile.
It's like we've got so if someone passes out at a party, you've got teabagging. That's how I could imagine somebody bleaching their arsehole, just like
do it.
Right. Oh, dude.
Oh,
we're getting all sorts of a visual here.
That's a great visual, right? Right there.
This is how we get pulled from YouTube, kids.
Would you get the same? Would you get the same result from a lighter and like a deodorant can?
That's a good point.
Singe off all your arse hair, aye.
Blister.
Gives a whole new meaning to fire in the hole.
Oh, wait.
Oh shit.
Oh, I don't know. This is so much fun.
So, people have talked to us before about, the show and also the many shows. And I feel like one of the things that people don't really seem to understand, well, maybe more so in our audience, because our audience is a bunch of fucking savages. But, like, there's different segments, right? Like, we all kind of cover different shit.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, Rab is like the BBC of piping podcasts.
BBC. Well, I suppose I do work for them. Yeah.
And, like, Up to the Line is kind of like the Schoolhouse of Rock of piping podcasts.
I'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that.
That's a good description,
nice.
actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're like the Howard Stern of piping podcasts. Like,
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Agreed.
like everyone's got their kind of their segment that they're holding on to, which I think people have a hard time realizing. It's like it's different strokes for different folks. Rabbi, you've been on our show multiple times, and we've got you to say fuck on air and all kinds of fun things, even though you have your official Big Rab background up. What do you think, man? How do you kind of segment the audience? What are you aiming for?
I think it's very much like you say. We all have different reasons for existing. Like the Up to the Line guys, you really focus on education because it is a huge, big area on piping, honestly. And you guys could talk for years on that topic and still never cover everything. I'm just kind of more of a current affairs type of thing. What's happening this week, next week? Then let's talk to someone who might know a bit more about what's next week. But Valerie's podcast is more, I don't know if you guys have listened to the last few episodes, but the stories
it's all
are
like
historical.
historical.
Yeah, it's like listening to an audiobook.
Granted, we have to wait. We can't say anything nice about her till she's back. I mean, we're
all right.
yeah, she's having a shit, so we gotta wait.
Okay. But yeah, and then you guys come along and then add your element of chaos, which is definitely needed, at the same time. I think every podcast has its place. And whenever we're talking about there's too many piping podcasts, I would kind of think that there ain't enough because there's 7 days in the week.
All right, now Val's back. You can say nice things.
Hi, Val. Yeah, it was just
he started to talk up your show, but you weren't here to enjoy it, so I had to pause him.
No, it was, yeah.
Oh,
I was saying about your storytelling and that, honestly, is amazing. Like, you've got guys bound to put a lot of research and stuff into that.
Thank you.
Story, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. It's
you can tell exactly. So yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. But I do think I was mad keen to ask questions of the other podcast that is now missing, the premier pipe band podcast.
More so, just to clarify what the fuck the name of their podcast is.
Thank you.
Pipe Pod Bandcast.
That's just.
I don't know.
It's a dyslexic's nightmare. Just
I haven't listened to that.
Jerkin' in the Woods podcast, I think.
Yeah, they've officially told us they're not going to make it.
Yeah, I sent them a message and they are not coming. So now we can talk shit about them. Go for it.
The reason I wanted to talk to them is because their content is it's all over the place. 1 minute they're talking about one area and then another, and then what's this shiny thing? And it's kind of chaotic. In a way, I kind of like it for that reason, but in the other way, it's so confusing as a listener. You're
like, what are you in? You don't know what you're in for. Yeah. Like they play, kind of like every episode of ours. Yeah. Well, you know it's going to be nonsense, but at least you know going in it's going to be nonsense.
So I have a couple more things, and then we're going to teach everyone the words to Captain is the Foucault of our ship.
Captain is the Fusco of our ship.
I have a question for all of y'all, and I'm going to start with Steven this time. If you had to pitch a different podcast that you were going to do that wasn't about bagpipes, what would you do a podcast about?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, it would be, in fact, myself and Scott, we've spoken about this before. I would absolutely do a massive geek, nerd, sci-fi podcast, just chatting about all things. I'm a big, my fiance's gotten me massive into YouTube, like watching YouTubers. So I just soak up anything to do with any news coming out of Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. You know, I still get excited whenever someone mentions a Firefly. You know, there's something new coming out about Firefly. You know, I still get excited. So that's another. Yeah. So apart from piping,
I swear on my pretty pink bonnet, I will end you.
Scott, I can't see it.
I aim to misbehave. So yeah. So it would,
we got another tattoo.
Very cool.
It's Firefly, and then it's Serenity, spaceship Serenity, and then within that spaceship is the word shiny.
Just keep in mind, guys, if you mention Deep Space Nine, he's going to split his butt cheeks and show you another tattoo.
It's things like I've got like things like Rick and Morty. I've got a Rick and Morty tattoo, you know. So I wear my geekery on my sleeve, much like Scott does. So yeah, massive geek nerd podcast would be my other niche.
All right, Val, same question. If you're going to do something, if you're going to do something completely not bagpipe related, what would you do?
Well, the geek one sounds very appealing because I love DC especially.
Yeah, he kind of stole that out from under everyone immediately.
I know. Okay, yeah.
Not me,
that's for everybody. We would all do the geek thing for sure.
Yeah.
But I also have my pilot's license, and I would probably do something about being a pilot and trying to make, because like that's the big thing. If you don't have like a bunch of grants or a lot of money to get yourself to like the commercial state, it's very difficult. Like just for everybody. So
I actually have a recommendation for you. Have you ever listened to Black Box Down?
No.
It's a podcast that's entirely about airline disasters, but it's fascinating.
Oh yeah, that stuff is fascinating. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's sad. It's very sad.
But it's like it's super technical. It's like here's everything that went wrong. Here's the different like parabolic shifts the thing had to go through. Like I would recommend that if you haven't listened to it. I think you'd probably like it.
What is it? Black
Box Down.
Black Box Down. Oh, that's a great name. Yeah, I will totally check that out.
That was the name of my last girlfriend.
Black Box Down. How much did she cost?
I need to start writing stuff down.
She's like $40 down on Fremont Street.
Oh no!
All right, Rabbi.
That took a turn there, didn't it?
Speaking of Black Box, let's go to Rab.
Yeah, Rab. What would you do if you weren't doing a piping show? You could do any show in the world. What would it be about?
I love comedy podcasts. You know, probably one of my favorite ones is a local one to me here in Northern Ireland called the General Banter.
Oh yeah, with Colin Geddes.
With Colin Geddes, that guy makes me piss myself every week without fail. So yeah, just because he can make you have a reaction just by listening to him. You know, my podcast is dead boring in comparison. You know, he talks about dicks and tits all the time, and I'm talking about grade 1 tune selections, and you know.
I mean, there's a lowest common denominator here, man.
There you go.
Rab, you introduced me to the Fellowship podcast.
That's another one.
I liked Fellowship. Yeah, I listened to them.
Ditches.
That's another real good one. Yeah.
That would be an excellent podcast. Like they don't focus on just one subject. They talk about literally anything that's going on in their lives.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing is off the table. You know, it's great.
Yeah.
I just listened to that one because I missed the accents.
Yeah, that's. I did the same thing.
They've got them. Yeah.
I miss my Northern Irish friends. I miss their accents.
Yeah. You ever notice like when I noticed this about Rab, when he's on the radio and or doing his show, his accent's more. I mean, it's still there, but it's neutral. But when we get him online, especially privately on, like the Northern Irish comes out big time.
Oh,
like all the sayings. He says like after every goddamn word, every sentence. Like all that stuff comes out.
No, he doesn't fucking like you. Fuck.
What do you think? Like it's pretty nice. Like, like he goes
alcohol
right into
it. Helps, you know.
Yeah. You gotta keep in mind we're also consistently bevving him up.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's a good point. But anyway, Scott, you have an answer for that question?
Yeah. What would be your show?
I've been speaking to Stephen about how to do podcasts, and he's given me great ideas. But after speaking to my wife and having a general conversation with my wife, I've come up with a concept of a top 5. So just basically Big Scott's top 5, and it could be top 5 anything. So your top 5 favorite beers, your top 5 movies, your top 5 80s tunes, your top 5 da da da. There's no one specific subject matter. It's just your top 5.
When you eventually record this, will you turn your phone sideways so it's like every other video presentation in the history of time?
Yeah.
I gotta go take a piss. I'll be back.
That's why I left. Yeah.
I'll do that. But no, it's just like I said earlier on. Obviously, Steve and Stu are they're the technical wizards on the.
Dude, you don't need a lot of shit, man. Like we can help you out for sure.
Well, I've got a concept again, another concept. So I'm going to just do a quick.
Actually, you don't. Joe Brady just stole it, so you're fucked, mate.
Yeah, Joe Brady's in the chat somewhere stealing.
He's already started this podcast. Top 5 everything.
Yeah, it's top 5 for our fallen ideas. As always, fucking Joe Brady coming in.
But it's just a top 5 anything. Big Scott's top 5 anything.
I like it. It's a good idea.
And I've got loads of ideas. So obviously when Sean Connery
no, hold on, Scott, shut up. Bring her in. Hey now. Oh my.
Oh, hello.
There she is.
I was telling her we were speaking about her earlier.
We certainly were. Hello, lady.
Hello.
Hi. Josh, be nice.
Welcome to the Chin Rant podcast.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look. Oh, Rab. You got Rab out of the toilet.
Shit. Rab's back. Rab, how was your shit, mate?
Doesn't take that long, mate. You know, honestly, when you get to this age and alcohol's in.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So,
wait, what makes you think he doesn't just have a green screen behind his toilet, and that's where he's sitting right now?
Oh, he's on the toilet right now. Yeah, that's a good point.
You notice he didn't walk out of frame. He went to a splash screen.
Yeah, he just turned it back on. Yeah. So,
There's a bucket behind me full of piss right now.
Steven.
Hi, Coralia. It's nice to meet you, by the way.
Yes, hi. Yeah, sorry about that. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Steven, you want to introduce your lovely lady friend there and to me specifically?
So this is the Pipe Man podcast fraternity. So we have Fusco, wave.
That's me.
We have Josh.
Hi.
Valerie. You know Scott.
Yep.
You've met Scott.
Everybody
many
knows
times.
Scott.
And we've got Big Rab.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi-yo. So, Corley, we got a very important question for you. We asked Steven earlier, and we now want to ask you.
Oh no.
Have you ever gotten laid thanks to the Steven's podcast?
No, that would be a no.
That's because he's always so drunk when he's done. He's like can't get it up. That's what we figured.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing dries out the canyon more than a podcast. Let me tell
Absolutely,
you.
especially about sci-fi shit.
Jesus Christ, you just met her, Josh.
Actually, that's a great question, Corey. Let me ask you this: what makes you less horny, Steven doing a sci-fi podcast or him doing a piping podcast? Which one dries out? You know. What I mean.
Definitely sci-fi.
Okay, good.
Oh, piping is in.
Piping's actually wow. That's not my experience at all,
dude. Sorry, man. Steven's just like throwing out his like Mal Reynolds costume afterwards. Like, well, this is gonna be for sex.
No more brown leather jacket for Steven.
This is gonna be for sex later, but apparently I should just put on my kilt like a normal person.
I find Steven's got his pretty floral bonnet more than his Mal Reynolds jacket.
I'll tell you what, man. Of the many looks that I've had that have drawn sexual favors my way, the pipe band uniform always.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I don't even have a doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Kilt does it. Formal like fucking Burns Night type uniform shit. Oh my god.
Especially if you're into grandma's, which I'm getting to that point.
In fact, the
you don't have to worry about them getting pregnant.
That is true. Let me tell you, you can raw dog the shit out of them. It's great.
I'm certain it was wearing the kilt that won me over with Coralie. When she first met me, it was on a.
I was drunk.
I think apparently it was a vodka soda that won her over.
Steven, let me take a guess. I'm betting it wasn't the City of Glasgow police uniform. Or Strathclyde, whatever it was.
It was Sterling, grade 2.
Of course.
There you go.
I like how he did the grade 2, but also fuck off.
Yeah, he did.
Well, do you know what? We actually. It turns out Coralie knew a few of my friends before she knew me, so she knew a couple of the guys.
Like
in
knew them
Dowco
in what kind of way?
Street. So it was 2018 was the last year Dowco competed at the Worlds, and Coralie actually went across to see like Gary Nimmo and Lee Lawson. Yeah. So she was actually rooting on my pipe band before she knew I was in it, and to this day I still don't think she believes I actually played in the band.
We don't either.
I just think Gary turned her down, so she had to go for the next best thing.
That's a big one down.
She's like, you played in Triumph Street, but now you're playing for Sterling. That doesn't
add up.
Okay, so Fusco's got to go for a bit, but we can still potentially hang out. He's got to go play a gig, but before he leaves, just in case,
and I can leave my computer here and just leave it on if you want.
We have to do teaching everyone the words to Captain is the Fuko of our ship.
Yes.
Well, everybody's gonna know this song other than Val.
Let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Did you write words?
No, I know the words. I intrinsically know them.
I thought you were gonna change it to.
No, I'm gonna tell everybody. Okay, so here's the words. It goes, Captain is the Fuko of our ship.
Of our ship.
Captain is the Fuko of our ship.
Of our ship.
Of our ship.
Our ship is a tanker and Fuko is a wanker. Captain is the Fuko of our ship.
Of our ship. And now harmonize as you feel it in your bones.
So that's pretty much the words. It's an easy sing along.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be...
Remember, you're speaking to pipers and drummers, and you're asking us to harmonize.
All right. Fighter Center!
Just, Steven, sing a C when I'm singing an A. Just go for it, man. You'll be fine.
Scott taught me this.
Me.
Scott taught you that? What does that mean again?
That's cunt.
Oh, that's cunt? Okay.
That's cunt. And then this is oh yes, and this is fuck you. Or fuck yes. And
fuck yes and fuck you, yes.
Fuck yeah.
All right, are we ready, cadets?
Yeah, I like that better.
Do we believe?
I believe, especially in the timing of the delay. I can't.
All right, it's going to be horrible. Ready?
No matter what
2,
happens, keep going.
3, 4. Captain is the Fuko of our ship. Of our ship. Captain is the Fuko of our ship. Of our ship. Our ship is a tanker and Fuko is a wanker. Captain is the Fuko of our ship. Our ship.
Our ship.
Yay!
It happened. It was a little delayed, but that's cool.
Yeah, there was some delay there. It's horrific, but that's okay.
Coralie has no idea what's happening.
She has no idea why we're doing this.
I'm gonna go now.
It's a traditional song.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Hey, it was lovely to meet you. You're a lovely lady.
You too.
If you ever get sick of Steven, I'm here for you, baby.
Coralie, leave. Just leave right now before it gets bad. Just go.
You're welcome.
If you ever get tired of Steven, Fuko's here, and he only runs a mild fever 5 out of 10 days.
Yes. My penis is knobbed for her pleasure, but it's the genital warts.
It's a bad knob.
Leave Coralie. Go, run. Go.
It's like a Brussels sprout stalk.
It's all right. Steven's getting a pegging for that after.
Yeah.
That happened. That's by my request.
So she'll be wearing the Batman mask, not you.
There is a Wonder Woman in the costume. A Wonder Woman costume in the cupboards. I'll let you decide who wears it.
My girlfriend she wears the Batman mask now and constantly asks me, "Where's the clitoris? Where is he?"
Tell me. That's amazing.
Dear me.
Three fingers. Can we trust him?
Google now. Yep. Clipto.
That's that is a porn version of Batman Begins that is screaming to be made.
Dark Knight. Way to go on your nerd podcast, nerd.
Oh, so where is she? Yeah, okay, right, okay.
Swear to me.
Have you seen?
That's what she says right before she climaxes.
I don't know what podcast it is, but it pops up on TikTok now and again. But it's these two guys, and all they do is it's like they swap geek trivia, and if they get it wrong, they get so angry and frustrated. It is hilarious. Like I've seen a guy like throw a table across the room because he got one tiny piece of trivia wrong. I'll need to do some research and find out what one it is.
You've obviously never been to.
I'm just like
never been to pub trivia night with me.
Like I'm 36. I've been watching geek stuff since as long as I can remember. If I don't remember one tiny fact, it's not going to faze me. I just learn for the next time.
There you go. That's it, indeed.
Clang.
In fact, funny story. The first time somebody spoke about Simon Fraser University, it was on a pipe band bus. And I think I was about 13 or 14. I think we were on our way to our first ever World Pipe Band Championships. We weren't competing, we were just going for the day to watch because we were very much a parade band. And I heard the pipe major talking to somebody about Simon Fraser this and Simon Fraser that. And so I piped up as a young piper, unknown, with the question, so who's this Simon Fraser guy and why is he so good? was quickly taught a lesson.
Well, he mated with a moose.
Just go with that.
And therefore, every time they played, it sounded like the sweet, sweet lovemaking calls of a Canadian moose.
Once in Australia, once at Carnegie Hall, both available from every good record store.
I wonder what that would sound like when you're bucking a moose.
Wait, you or another?
Probably
Rab.
I can't fucking reach.
That is the quote. That is the title of the show. I wonder what it sounds like when you're
When
bucking
Rab's bucking a moose.
I'm gonna write that one down, Rab, as well.
It sounds like
I'm googling a lot of stuff as a result of this show.
It sounds like trying to calibrate your drone reads where you just blow through the tenor, you know.
Or it sounds like the end. It sounds like the end of Inveraray's world.
It sounds like their medley. Just hey, they still won.
Trailing drone or something. I think I heard it.
Dude, let me tell you what. That was a trailing drone. That was the Trail of Tears of trailing drones. It was a very long trailing drone. It was horrific.
Yeah.
And they still fucking won.
Still won. Yeah, that's amazing.
It sounded like someone doing the old like slide whistle, like pew, whoop.
Oh, dear.
And they still fucking won. I don't know whose dick Stu had to suck for that one.
I don't know, man. When a pipe band wins, when they have a faux pas like that happening, I think it just tells you how amazing the rest of the set was. Where the judge goes, "Do you know what?
Fuck it."
Or they're
Totally, yeah.
or on the flip side, they're all RSPBA judges that only competed at grade 4 in their heyday and are 70 years old.
Well, do you know what?
They don't know a good set from a fucking hole in the ground.
I was going to say something there. I think I'll just stop.
I'll take a drink as well, Stephen. Yeah.
Are any of you guys in any bands that matter? Does it really matter if you say anything at this point?
Well, no, I'm not going to name names, but I have seen some judges who I know for a fact haven't played or won anything at grade 1 in their entire puff, yet are judging grade 1 pipe bands on how well they play.
I'm just saying, if you walked into the fucking circle in Glasgow Green,
regardless of how many judging qualifications and how much you've shadowed and blah 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 blah, until you've actually been there yourself, whether you've won or not, but until you've actually played at even at the top 10 level, what gives you the right to go and judge another grade 1 pipe band on?
I'm just saying, like, if you all walked onto the Glasgow Green and saw my black ass with a clipboard, you'd not, you'd be like, wait a minute, what the fuck is that guy doing here?
So Stephen, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, carry on.
I did not even know. I thought you had to be at least a grade 1 performer at the very least before you could judge anything at that level.
No, you just have to be an old twat.
I don't know the ins and outs. I think there is now a route where you can, if you shadow and you study underneath an experienced judge, you can then progress and kind of get your chops that way, as opposed to, which, do you know what, is probably another way to bring in some newer blood to the judging. So okay. I'm probably being very flippant in what I'm saying, but I'm very, like myself, Scott and Rab, I think we're all very old school in the way we were brought up in pipe bands. So,
but that's like a food critic versus a cook, right? Like, get fucked. You don't.
100%.
Oh yeah.
You don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you can't do it yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you get there and cook a 2 Michelin star meal for 50 diners within 2 hours. Do you know what I mean? When you're just a food critic.
Yeah, and then you get judged by a goddamn Yelper.
Yeah, but like we've said before, our art is such a fickle instrument and it's so subjective. Yeah. What do you do? How do you police that? You can't, because it's an art.
It's nothing that can't be fixed with several socks full of batteries. And let me tell you why. Never mind. I don't have to tell you why. Scott got it. He got it immediately.
Tell you what, Stephen, it is a fickle instrument, and The Las Vegas Pipe Band has proved that. So if you want to next weekend watch the Band Ready mini band pipe contest, you will see in
the our new
amazing
medley
fashion.
Or no, our new MSR that we've titled the Fickle Pickle.
Wait till you hear this bag of noise. Oh my god. So yeah, but
just okay. Have you guys ever seen that fucking plane that they used to train astronauts, where like it dives and you get 0 G for a bit? Yeah. Imagine if you put a pipe band in that. I got a spit take. I got a spit take from Steven.
It's a lot like that.
That's. I don't know if that's better or worse than the year you guys were just out playing for sheets.
I think we actually sounded better when we were playing for sheets.
I don't remember it. Well, yeah, because there weren't any drums.
No, the drummers were the good thing. That was the only thing that happened.
I don't remember a time before playing for sheets anymore. Like
I know it's been so long. Yeah, no, it was interesting. We should have you guys back on to judge us next time.
We could play our submission for the.
I could play it for you now, but
thing.
I can't go to a gig and be in that kind of depression.
No. I trust me. This would be a very empty bottle.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, because it makes me want to. It makes me want to.
I want to know what Steven poured a minute ago too. What is that, Scott?
Oh, what I poured. Right. So this is it's a very nice rum called Red Leg.
Oh, it's named after Scott.
Pineapple rum?
So they do a normal sort of spiced rum, but this is a pineapple rum infused with vanilla and ginger, distilled in the Caribbean. Although it's bottled in Glasgow, so
sounds like,
I don't know how that works.
Sounds like the rum equivalent of Old Smuggler.
Wait, let me see the brand one more time.
Red Leg. It's very nice.
I'm like writing this down. I kid you not.
That's what I call it when I bleed from my anus.
Is that a euphemism?
Fuck you! God damn it, you guys!
I got a red leg for you.
The trick with the red leg, either have it straight with some ice, which is very nice.
It's a good one, Rob.
Or have it with a tiny spot of lemonade. Too much lemonade, it's far too sweet. Just the slightest touch of lemonade, and it's very nice.
There you go.
So what he's saying is the secret to enjoying his liquor is mixing it with something that's better than his liquor.
Steven does Coralie like the red leg?
She does enjoy the red leg. She's more of a gin girl. But
what about the pink sock?
She loves my special brand of red leg.
Well, then you should send her over to Vegas. I'll show her a good red leg.
Steven?
He caught me too soon. He saw this coming.
I missed that one.
Wait, Rabbi, speaking of things...
It was the look after he said it, too.
Rabbi, speaking of things you gotta Google pink sock later.
Google Red Rocket.
What's going on?
Rab, Google Avulsion.
When we did the big Grace Note run, the sentence of the entire, I don't know how many hours we recorded, 2 hour podcast.
2 or 3, I think it was like 3.
Give me a minute, I need to try and rally the retards. And that just summed up the whole podcast.
Oh my God, that was exactly it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a shit show. Always.
Right.
But I look forward to it every time.
I have to say, me having a gig, I would be blacked out by now if it wasn't for this gig I have to go to.
Well, you'll probably be blacked out later.
Oh, I'll be blacked out later. And I'm going to call you guys. I'm going to call every one of you guys when I'm blacked out later.
I mean, for the fun of it. I mean, I'm assuming you're going to go play Amazing Grace twice and then be back here.
It's a wedding, so hopefully
your ass off.
But yeah, I'm going to come back here and then drink my ass off. Yes, and if anybody wants to hang out with us.
Well, let's do this just in case. Let's do a tidy finish to the audio version, and then if we keep going, we keep going. I don't worry about that. You can leave your shit here. I mean,
can leave it here.
It's not going anywhere. Yeah. Okay, so real quick, potential final thoughts. I'm going to go clockwise from my screen. So Val.
What you want me to say? Oh, okay.
Hang on. I'll message Stuart and I'll see if he's able to come on. I don't know, for like the last 10 minutes or something.
Oh, that's okay. We're gonna keep going, but just in case.
All right, okay.
Yeah, this is just
this is a
case
safety.
Things go wrong.
This is a safety recording for after I get hammed.
Correct.
So, starting with Val, final thoughts. What'd you think of your first time hanging out with these idiots?
It was definitely not what I expected, and I'm really happy about it. So it was great to meet all of you. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too, Valerie.
Yeah, good to see you face to face.
And Big Scott.
I
said clockwise, you fuck. Big Scott.
No one knows what you see, Josh.
It's Steven's butthole again. Watch yourself, man.
Oh my God.
With the tongue. Scotty boy.
Can you come back to me?
Do you know what, Scott? Sorry, I'm going to interrupt. Do you know what clockwise for me, fucker, is actually Big Rab. So.
Oh, okay. That's a good point. Zoom completely flips it all over.
Scott, Steven's going to let you finish, but wait, he's going to let you finish. Just wait.
I never let Scott finish.
He also never lets Corley finish, but we'll get to that later.
And Rabby.
This has been fun. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. I think this all kind of started with a drunken message from me with slurred speech saying, we should do a podcast.
Rab's the only person that can slur and type.
Yes. Rab's been looking forward to this for years. Like, he's the only one that keeps pushing. When are we going to do this again?
Last time we did this, Rab couldn't speak.
Yeah, that is true.
He drank that much by himself.
I fell asleep. Yep. I'll admit that.
Rab, before I have to go, can I ask a request as a final thought? Can you grab your wife and bring her on and let her show her face to us?
No.
Don't do it, Rab.
Damn it. She's such a lovely woman. She's so entertaining.
She's in the house with the kids and that, and I'm out here drinking.
Rab, learn from my mistakes.
Yeah. No, I think I'm quite happy out here in the freezing cold garage drinking whiskey, so all good.
Is that your final thought, Rab? I'm just going to go to you because you're already talking. So, do you have any final thoughts?
I do. Yeah, honestly, final thought is that this has been fun, and I've really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Captain is the first goal of our ship.
It has actually been remarkably fun. I don't know why we don't do this more often. Oh wait, I know why. Because of Steven and fucking Scott and Stuart.
Oh!
All right. Hey boys. No. All right, we'll just blame Stuart at this point since he's not actually here.
Wait. Do you know what I just saw out the window?
What's that?
My last fuck.
The last one you gave.
Shit, that was hilarious.
That's away.
Oh, that's
Scott,
funny.
that was good. That was like Morse code. You're just like. Oh wait, Steven. I think Steven missed it. So
I think Scott's seizing.
Show him what.
Yeah, give him the code for everything that you do. Go ahead and tell us.
So non-verbal communication. Fuck you. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Cunt.
Do you know what? That's appropriate because when I logged on, you were doing this.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So it's like you knew.
So now we have the sign language of fuck you, cunt.
So, Steven, we never actually got to your final thoughts. If you'd like to have them.
And that's all the time we have. Thank you, everyone, for.
No, go ahead.
Final thoughts on this?
Yes, sir. Or whatever you want to talk.
We're going to keep going. I just got to make sure there's a point to where if it all goes off the rails, that we
can edit it and
we have a clean finish.
It's a bit like
as you said earlier, I love the fact that we all cover different areas of our passion, our craft, our love, and I think it encompasses all of the conversations I've ever had in the beer tent. Current affairs, education and improvement, and fucking everything else in between.
Trying to get laid.
I think we're the everything else in between on that one.
Dicks and buttholes.
So I love
the whole world is just dicks and buttholes.
No, honestly, I love that a couple of years ago there was one or two, maybe even 3 podcasts, and we're growing, and the family's growing, and everyone who listens to our podcasts. People listen to all 5 podcasts.
Of your episodes?
5.
All
podcasts. I thought all 5 of your episodes.
4, right? Like,
There's 4 here right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I think we all get good feedback. And yeah, we all do different things. And I love that the family's growing, and I can't wait to see it grow some more.
Fucking A. That's actually really kind.
There you go.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Fuck you. Our podcast is better.
Yes,
Steven, that was so amazing.
All 7 episodes.
That was. You know what?
I have an erection.
Thanks, Steven. I appreciate it.
I don't have an erection. I have a big.
Massive gaping.
Do you know what? I love the fact that we haven't recorded any Grace Note Vortex in, I think, probably nearly 3 years now, maybe just 2, but about 3 years. Yet we are still relevant in everyone's podcast. We still get mentioned, especially.
I absolutely call that every time.
That is a large twisting of the R word.
Relevant, yeah.
The fact that we before I even came on as a guest to the Big Rab Show 200, we were mentioned within the first 5 minutes.
I feel like you're using that word, but you don't know what it means.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
We did our job, but we're still there. If you're being mentioned in recent days, you're still relevant. I don't care what you say, man.
I don't know if that's a good thing about the Grace Note Vortex or if it's a failure of your change in marketing.
I think it's just
rebranding.
I just think it's nostalgia among all the podcasts that are still relevant.
Because didn't you guys have
nostalgia because we now have a proper sponsor and we have to behave ourselves because we actually have a reason for doing a podcast now.
Also, that reminds me, this episode of the Up to the Line Pod Band Pipecast is brought to you by Bagpipes. Bagpipes are great bagpipes, and if you want some bagpipes, you should have them.
Excuse me, bad cough.
Do you know what?
This episode is brought to you by G1 Reeds, the reeds that are claimed to be played by every band but played by very few. G1 Reeds.
Hey man, I'm trying to get them as a sponsor. And you keep fucking it up.
This episode is brought to you by G1 Chanters with Chesney reeds in them.
Right. Foucault, Josh, I'm going to tell you right now. So Jock Elliott at G1, Gary Nimmo at Acklety Bowie are best pals. They have been for years. So you guys have got no fucking chance.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We have MacLellan Bagpipes.
Yeah, we got that going for us. We got the sweet MacLellan money.
Brought to you by non-stuffy old bastards with shite reeds.
I just want to go on record. I have not said any of this. This is all Josh. Josh thinks G1 Reeds are cunts.
Oh, God damn it.
I missed the early days of Chanter Rant where you guys were just out there calling judges cunts and just didn't care about the consequences.
Dude, the episode I've been trying to edit with Graham, where it's you guys just calling these two drum majors on the West Coast cunts repeatedly, trying to bleep that to like an acceptable level. Granted, I do think the bleeps are funnier, but
yeah, it
is funnier. Actually, it's true.
We're just so rock and roll, Steven. We just can't help it. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.
We're the Aerosmith of the pipe band world, or something like that. I don't know.
So I know where you can find a bear trap.
Latched around the end of Rab's cock because he didn't want to fuck Bob Worrell.
Oh dear.
Why not just marry the bear trap?
See, if you give me that question, I was going to say marry the bear trap because then you could use it on your enemies.
Yeah, I know, but you were already late, man. You got third try. You already had figured out your answer.
You gave me these two cunts. I don't know why.
All right, here we go. I got an F, Marry, Kill for you, Steven.
Oh shit! I think that.
Here we go.
Send it.
Jock Elliott, Gary Nemo.
No.
Or who's a good third one? Who else sponsors them?
Yeah, let's say
Gary West.
Yeah, here you go.
Well, just so you know, so all of our sponsors. So obviously, there's Acklety Bowie.
That wasn't the question.
I just want an F, Marry, Kill out of you, buddy.
This is a segue. This is a wee segue.
Okay.
So Acklety Bowie Bagpipes is Gary. So our other adverts we have on the podcast.
I love that.
Acklety Bowie Bagpipes, Gary.
Right.
Yep. Emily Craig Highlandwear, Gary. Real Deal Entertainment, me.
You.
Who else? Strathmore School of Dance. That's Stuart.
Oh, right.
Stuart who?
So, yeah, there you go. So I remember way back when you guys were like, how have they got so many sponsors? It's like, that's because we are the sponsors of
That makes sense now, yes. Okay.
Right, okay, so who was it? Jock Elliott, Gary Nemo, and
Gary West.
Gary West. Oh, shit, well...
Where did Gary West come in here?
I don't know, he's just a big name I thought of.
A current inductee of the...
Hall of Fame, yeah.
Any Trad Awards legend, Hall of Fame. I'm missing the Trad Awards for you guys.
Hey, man,
I've listened to
that's
artists all day. I'm missing it.
It's 10 o'clock at night. They're still going on?
They're still, it started at 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it.
And 11 o'clock our time on YouTube, Nightworks are doing a DJ set, if you fancy.
Yes, I want to catch that, actually.
Party away. Anyway, sorry, right.
Yes.
So
that doesn't sound like Hit the Diff. Scott's pouring one out.
I'm still trying to answer my question.
Yeah, no, we're waiting.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Right, okay. So I would... I can't kill Jock Elliott because he supplies Gary with reeds, and that brings Gary business. So
Marry Jock.
let's say I'll shag Jock.
Of course, like every other woman in the UK.
I believe he is a thorough and tender lover.
Also, I messaged Gary and he says he's switching to sponsoring Chan Rant instead.
Well, we'll see if he kills him.
I Facebooked him.
I'm gonna marry Gary because it rhymes, and that'll keep the podcast going. You know, once I divorce him, I'll get the alimony. You know,
okay.
Keep the podcast going forevermore. And I hate to kill Gary West, but he's already been entered into the Trad Hall of Fame, so he can die. He'll still die famous. It's okay.
He's had a good innings.
You're gonna kill Gary West. That is amazing.
He's been hosting Pipeline since 1901. So
this just proves
it's time for a new host.
I just want to go on record. This just proves how big of a whore Up to the Line podcast
West dies. That means Big Rab can now start hosting Pipeline on BBC.
Hey, there's an opening. There you go. Massive gaping hole in the BBC. Yeah.
Wait just a minute. I'm submitting my resume for that job. Because wouldn't you want someone to announce that you could actually understand what the fuck they were saying? Like, wouldn't that be amazing? I know everyone's like, oh, well, do we want an American announcer? It's like, yeah, but I mean, English, motherfucker. I speak it.
In the UK.
Yeah.
In the loosest terms you get.
Don't make us go colonial on you. We will go full.
That worked so well for you guys last time.
Full red coat, motherfucker.
Wait.
What?
Should we translate? Listen, just become patrons, and then you can watch Scott tell Josh to fuck himself visually.
Yeah, exactly. You can watch him say "fuck off, cunt" visually. We'll do Scott's ASL.
Did you see what Aaron put in the chat there? He said it looks like Jock Elliott isn't coming on the show now.
We never asked him. I'm
about to say, I wasn't invited, so get fucked.
I would love to have Jock on to talk about his exploits as a fellow womanizer. But I don't know if he would ever
crush puss.
Oh yeah, he's legend.
I've known Jock since he was a boy. When I first played in Dizer, he was in Logella High School.
By the way, this is the episode where we all get cancelled. Just everyone be ready.
There we go.
No,
all sponsorships go away now.
I'm not going to say anything.
I've heard all the story. I am well informed.
We were only sponsored for a few months. We can send it.
I won't say any specifics, but I am well informed as to who the legend of all time of crushing puss is.
Is it
Bob Boyle?
Matheson?
Oh, Boyle. I was going to say Bob Boyle. Yeah,
could be. No, that's hashtag crushing the ass.
Oh,
Bob is a legend.
Hey,
I love Bob.
I'm not judging.
That man could crush anything he wanted. He just has to pick.
Yeah.
I just wish I had his voice. He's a voice like butter. You know, I could listen to him all day. Amazing.
It's that sweet Canadian accent.
See with the recital we just ran, that man was a dream to work with. Nothing was too much hassle.
Yeah.
Fuck, I completely forgot you guys ran a fucking contest or a recital or something. How'd it go, man?
I didn't forget.
A couple of technical hitches at the start.
That's all. That's what I heard about.
Welcome to the party.
People messaged me to tell me about it. I'm like, what do I care? Like, call them.
Rob messaged me saying, folk are asking me questions like, why are people asking other podcasts about our podcast?
Like,
because they want to know how to do it right. I mean,
you know, it was an issue with YouTube and the sheer size of the files we were trying to upload.
Right.
Honestly, we started uploading those videos at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Not to mention you have
7 o'clock in the evening. It still wasn't.
You have the Northern Irish 0.5G internet connection.
The hamster in the wheel wasn't running fast enough.
No, he was on a union break. It wasn't happening. But no. Apart from that, see, we were at least an hour late in getting started, and the anxiety in my life has never been as high as it was.
Oh yeah, I watched your little video when you're like, okay, it's about to go live. It's going live now. Like, we're sorry, but like you could hear it. Like that's what Josh is like every 5 minutes before we go live every week.
Panic.
That's exactly like the panic in your voice. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, please, it's about to happen. I promise.
But no, apart from that, I mean the four pipers we had: Nora Morris, Ross Miller, John Dew, and Scott Wallace.
Amazing.
The recitals were phenomenal.
I heard the girl had some trouble with her fucking, like her sound was shit. That's what I heard. I didn't watch it. But.
Well, it's what, do you know what? Some of the feedback we got from the guys, because afterwards we messaged them privately and said, look, any feedback from you guys as competitors, that is, for us, that is gold dust. You know, that will help us for the future. So, and some of the feedback we got was, you know, to try and standardize the equipment that everyone's using. Sure.
Yeah, that had to be... Yeah. Ross had to have a huge advantage because he knows how to use the fucking internet.
Well, I mean, Ross was the only guy who actually went... you guys don't know Glasgow, but he actually went to... It's quite a popular, famous studios in Glasgow called Berkeley 2. Yeah. So whenever visiting artists, I mean, you've got guys as big as Biffy Clyro. Whenever they come to Glasgow, their pre-rehearsals will be done at Berkeley 2 studios in Glasgow. Right. So that's where Ross did his recording. Whereas the other guys just did them. What's that, Scott?
So he had a slight advantage.
Yes, so he thought ahead and kind of went, I'm going to go to studio. I mean, we laid down a lot of rules for them, like it had to be in one take. Any evidence of editing would be immediate disqualification. It has to be at least 20 minutes in length. The focus is on your own tunes, and it's entertainment. You know, we didn't just want another Glenfiddich. We want people to be entertained by it.
I like they thought another Glenfiddich, like that was even on the fucking table.
Like it was even close.
Yeah. It's like, well, we didn't want our late shite live stream to be another Glenfiddich.
Touche.
But yes, you guys did have more entertaining performers, which I think is kind of the point. Like, you know,
Ross playing, and you're
dude.
fine.
Yeah, you put fucking Ross up there, it's game over.
I mean, I don't know how much you guys know about when you're asking performers to come and play for something you do, but generally there needs to be some sort of incentive for these guys, especially these guys who are, you know, these guys who have albums and tune books, and, you know, generally outside of pandemic times, they are not struggling for gigs or jobs. So generally you have to offer something like a prize fund or a performer's fee, you know. So we didn't do this
hot
to
and
make
cold
money.
running blowjobs.
This was exactly. So this was 50% of it was to raise the profile of the podcast. 50% of it was to bring just piping in the natural winter of our season where there's nothing happening, and also you know, during the pandemic, let's give people something they want to listen to.
Well, and there's also market share there. I mean, you can grab that spot, and people are going to be thinking about that around that time next year when there's not fuck all going on. They're going to be thinking, hey, there's fuck all going on, but I could still check out the Up to the Line recital.
I mean, like I say, we've got those recital videos, and at the moment, if you want,
was it a GMT PST issue?
No, it was purely a YouTube issue. That was it.
Oh, you're talking about time zones.
This wasn't you guys.
I had to fuck with him a little bit. Also,
this wasn't Chant Rant moving the goalposts and making the rest of us look like cunts. This
was, one of the people in the chat wants to know about your performance in a mini kilt in Germany and your debut as a Highland dancer. Stephen, can you elaborate?
Who's what?
Oh, I don't know this story. Who
is asking this question?
One of your sponsors.
Is Gary Nimmo on the Chant Rant Patreon?
He's not in the chat. I just messaged him to get him to drop your sponsorship and sponsor us instead.
Do you know what? These Scott, I think you were live to this event in the December tour. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much to say. I mean, generally, see what happens on these Germany tours stays on Germany tours.
I mean, I've got a good amount of information here.
So let's say there was a game of bingo, some rules were broken. I ended up in a mini kilt dancing with Highland dancers. That's all you're getting to know.
Were you any good?
I rocked that shit, man.
And also, what did you wear? What did you wear under your mini kilt?
That's for a Scotsman to know.
Attaboy.
And a Las Vegas redneck to never find out.
I mean, most people would say that's for a Scottish lady to know, but you went right to man.
Do you know what? It was, I broke a rule. I was given a forfeit of dancing with Highland dancers. Do you know who gave me the forfeit?
I believe I do.
My fiance chose the forfeit. She 100% threw me right under the bus.
There you go.
All right, I have to quickly let Fuss go out because he's got to play his gig. I'll be right back. Y'all come up with entertaining banner. Pretend you're on the Chan Rant podcast.
Fuck. Shit.
So we know nothing about piping or drumming. But we're going to try and talk about it anyway.
Exactly. Aren't dicks funny, aren't they?
Oh, dicks and fannies and bums and willies and
fucking Scott. Wow. No,
we hate everyone important to do with pipe bands internationally, and we don't care of the consequences.
God, just take your shirt off. Just do it.
Scott's way to do his mountain impersonation.
Go on, Scott.
Here he goes. He's getting the tattoos out.
There you go.
Flex.
There you go. If I used to take my shirt off, my nipples would break my webcam.
Does anyone else think that's Andy?
I'll show you my 3 chins.
Does anyone else think that Andy and Josh get it on the regular? Is it just me?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Andy and Josh are.
All right, guys. Dad's gone.
Who's the batter? Who's the pitcher? Who's the catcher?
Oh,
between
us. I
think the batter is Foucault. Is it just me? Yeah, that's the best reaction ever.
Let me just go ahead and disinvite from the meeting. Thank you.
I definitely think they're both switch hitters.
Oh,
but there's very much a bromance going on there. Josh, do you guys ever like want to rip each other's head off? You
Constantly.
Or rip each other's clothes off? I want to know.
Really?
Not clothes, but heads for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've described this before. We went on. Do you know Brad Green, Rabbi? He's the piper for Seven Nations.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a podcast with his wife, I think then fiance, now wife. And it's like this relationship.
I listened to that. Yeah.
It's like a relationship podcast. And so they interviewed us about our relationship. We want to kill each other constantly. 100%. Like it is not easy to run a pipe band and a business together. It's horrible.
Just like every great couple will.
What was that? I didn't catch that.
Just like every great couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
You know, it's quite funny because if myself and Stuart gave as many fucks as Josh and Foucault did, we'd probably be the Scottish version of Chanter Rant.
So just a regular decent show then.
I mean, Stuart's been my best pal since we were 14, you know, and it was the whole podcast thing originally. The Generational Vortex thing was Stuart's idea back in the day.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and it did start off just the two of us. But we were, at the time we had just joined Triumph Street, so we were very aware of the opinions we not necessarily were allowed to have, but if we wanted to continue with our current pipe band career trajectory, we were very aware of what we were allowed to say and not say.
That's a hell of a lot of rules to just get consistent third places.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I think that deserves
it. Do you know what? Consistent top 10 to 12 pipe bands in the world for 10 years consistency.
But you know, when you say top 10 to 12, that means you were in the 10 to 12 range. If you were in the top 3, you would say top 3.
That means we were in the final every year.
qualified for the final.
Yeah, that's none of the rest matters.
I could say I'm in
in previous to that, Dowco Triumph Street, whether as Triumph Street or as a previously named pipe band, smashed Grade 2.
I'm just saying, I could say I'm in the top 10 lovers of all time, but the 9th guy says he's in the top 9
of your household or
in your studio.
And guess what? The 8th guy says he's top 8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everyone does that though. Like,
I think the only other pipe band in history that's ever jumped from Grade 2 to Grade 1 and finished so consistently was possibly Inverary
or Closkelt.
Closkelt have yet to prove themselves.
They've yet to hit the grass in Grade 1, yeah.
There are a lot of pipe bands out there who will remain nameless who talk a good game but have yet to prove their chops.
Oh, I love you, Stephen.
I love this.
Do you know what? I'm all for smack talk, and I'm all for people bumming themselves up. 100%. That's what the game is about.
Yeah.
But there is talking yourself up, and there is talking ridiculous smack with nothing to back it up. Especially in our game, because if you talk shit and you don't do well, you're finished. You're done, man.